I guess what you said was, when you listen, you will be guided of what you need to do or what you should do, right? What I wanted to ask you was, what about some deeper uh, questions in life, like and it's not spiritual questions, but more like, what decision one should make about certain important things in life, right? How do like one get answers to those questions?
Yeah.
Most of the time those are driven by fears or insecurities or lack of knowledge. How one can make more deeper and important decisions.
Okay. This is a long and deep a discussion that has to be had. So we'll speak in short because we don't have that time, but this is something that I can discuss over a long period of time. Uh, First, like if you're just a basic good Hindu, you learn all of these mantras. But a lot of times it's like going to church, where you learn just to show up, but your mind's not really engaged. You sort of, I do it, okay, I'm good to go. I did it, I finished my obligations, I'm out of here. Really, if we're just chanting mantra, we've done sort of the elementary practice, so in the beginning practice. But then we should actually, from a philosophical point of view, just to try to understand the mantra, its symbolic meaning, its metaphoric meaning, and then we have to look for, with every mantra we practice, let's say whatever your favorite mantra is, there's an important question you have to ask yourself. And there's a wonderful search that you must make. Where do I see that energy in life? See, because if we're just saying, Om Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Rama, Om Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai. So, are we doing real good for ourselves? Yes, we are. But we have to go deeper into the mantra to say, what is that energy? What is that Ram energy? What is that energy? And then you have to look for it in the world. Where do I see it in the world? Because with all mantra, you have to develop intimacy. See? It has to be part of your environment. See? So that's really important because it gets more full. And then the state in which we do the mantra. So when we say Om Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Rama, Om Shri Rama Jai Rama, a lot of times when we're saying those prayers, that mantra, we're thinking about, I got a 3 o'clock appointment, and so and so is coming over at noon, and gee, have I got that report done? That's all going on in the back of our mind. We have to learn how to put the affairs of the world in suspension. We don't toss it out. We just put it in suspension. So when you're saying mantra, you are sitting with God. That's how you have to think about it. It's just you and me, God. Just see whatever that deity is present. And then I'm just going to spend time with you. I'm just going to spend time just with you. Om Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Rama. Om Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Rama. Om Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Rama. In the beginning there's a little anxiety, but over time we'll relax. And we're just spending time with God through vibration. See? So there has to be a relaxation in our psyche, in our being, where we sort of just blend with that sound. That just becomes, we're like resting on water in a way, just resting in the vibration. As you do that, slowly but surely, your intuitive sense is going to grow. Especially when you're not doing with anxiety, or I have to get to do such and such. So you can put a little timer on and forget the timer. It'll get to you when it gets to you. But emotionally, completely relax in that mantra, and be aware of the nature or the aspect of that divinity as inherently present, not just a bunch of words, but that deity is physically present. And then relax into it and just completely be with it. And at the end of that period, then you can have just simple deep, profound, restful silence. And then you can say a prayer, Hey Bhagavan, these are things that trouble my heart. These are questions I have. Hey Bhagavan, please. And then ask the question. And then sit another 5 minutes. And just know that somehow, some way, heaven will show you. You're just giving yourself in confidence. Sometimes, all of a sudden, in your head, the knowledge will come. Or you go out into the world, and then someone will say something, and that'll make you think, oh, that's what. Or you'll see something. Somehow, heaven will show you. I'll tell you a micro experience. This is several times, actually many times, I've almost kicked the bucket to all kinds of crazy ways. All kinds of ways death has come past my door. But one time I was in the ocean, and I was, maybe chest high, just walking in the water, and my foot went into a sinkhole, and it sunk me down to my knee. I was absolutely trapped. I wiggled this way, pulled that way, pulled this way. I could not get out. And the tide is coming in, and every single time I moved, I sunk deeper. So at one point, I'm like this with the water, And at that time, you have time to think, And your mind is concentrated, I'm thinking, okay, God, this is it for me. I didn't anticipate to leave this world this way. Hey, Bhagavan, hey, Bhagavan. So I just completely relaxed because I figure there's only maybe 4 or 5 minutes left of life because, I'm here at this point and it's not that far to get to here. Mm-hmm. And the people can't see me on the beach and I'm sinking deeper and deeper. And every time I move, my leg goes deeper into the water. I just get sucked into this hole. And so, I'm not flailing, I'm not screaming. Maybe I should have done those things, but I didn't. I just said a prayer because I thought, this is my last day. This is it. So, hey God. So I'm with God. Hey Rama, hey Rama, hey Rama. And I'm waiting to be pulled under now. And then just before I get to my nose, in my mind comes a show I had seen in my childhood about how to get out of quicksand. I saw some little snippet on some show 20 some odd years ago about how to get out of quicksand. And what it was, it said to lean the body to break the seal. So I just I leaned forward, and my leg slipped right out. Right before I was to be pulled under. That thought came to my mind of something I had seen in my childhood, on some nature program. And I did exactly what it said, and my leg slipped right out.